Good morning and welcome to another ironic introduction to another video. Today I'll be going over patch 23.1. It's a short one and really I will just be reading it to you. So if you're someone who'd rather read it, I will put the link in the description. Go ahead, click that and close out of the video. You don't need to listen to me for this. I do have a little bit of commentary but nothing superbly extreme. But for those of you who are like me and don't like to read when they don't have to or would rather listen to this while they're doing something else, this will be made available for you. I will take that bullet. So up first, this patch does not go active until June 3rd. And we will get new quests and events, just, the new monthly event. We do get kind of a teaser here. So, Imperious Rex, a third member of the Fantastic Four, has been located, but it will be a perilous journey into the unknown to recover them. Within a prison of water and a forgotten kingdom, Ant-Man, Human Torch, and The Thing are happy to discover Sue Storm Richards, the Invisible Woman, but surprised to find her working with Namor, the Submariner. Sue assures them he is trustworthy, but the long history between the Fantastic Four and Namor leaves the others uncertain. Has Namor changed his ways? Will the Fantastic Three be able to escape their aquatic prison? Find out in Imperious Rex. So that's a pretty good setup. I hope that we do get more story content in there. I hope it's really interesting as a result. Atlantean Rifts. Atlantean coral has been scattered around the battle realm. Collect enough and enter one of two rift variations for a chance at great rewards. Play it safe in the stable rift, which has more reliable rewards, or dive into the unstable rift, which has higher jackpots but involves more luck. I do want to comment on this. I think that it will be important that we look at the drop rates, the rewards, and look at the value versus the risk, because typically speaking, it's not worth going for RNG. But it really depends on the percentages and the amount of frequencies you can run these. It does sound like these are going to be solo hosts, like you host for yourself and not for your alliance, to prevent any kind of abuse that we saw in Human Torch. I think that that's a good way to respond. But also, I really like that they have got the stable rift as well as the unstable rift. I think that that is a like another response to the way Endgame with the RNG is gone, where like I do know some people do like RNG and there are many people who hate RNG. And so as a result, you've got this balance. Like I wouldn't be surprised if statistically speaking, the two actually end up with the same average result, with the unstable rift really just having a curve rather than like a wider curve rather than the stable rift having like a smaller deviation. But I think this is a really good response, right? Give players the option. Do you want to go RNG because you like to gamble, or do you want to go stable because you hate gambling and just want to know what you're getting for your reward? And I think that's really good. I think that was a good touch. Hopefully that is the response, and maybe I'm not overreading into that. On June 3rd, Act 6, Chapter 2 will be available for those of you who have the roster to do so. Alliance Quest Season 6 will begin. Thanos has taken control of the Alliance Quests, and his chaotic children await as new mini-bosses, new challenges, and rewards await as this sensational season begins. That's a tongue twister. Do be mindful that if you haven't read up on the Alliance Quest Season 6 patch notes, you should. I didn't make a video about that. I apologize. I was late on the ball, but there's plenty of people who have. Alliance Wars Season 10 will begin. New maps, difficulties for all the difficulties, new buff layouts, and more, including new nodes, which I did make a video explaining all of this, and I go over the nodes in my hard rundown for the path rundown. So if you do want to get like that, you can just jump straight to the end and get the node rundown. But I'll go over nodes again in a more comprehensive guide later. And finally, just bug fixes and improvements. Gambit fixed an issue where the final hit of his Special 1 attack was not connecting when the opponent is against the wall. Ghost fixed an issue where her phasing was able to stack. Hulk Ragnarok, unique synergies now provide an increase to his power index. MODOK fixed an issue where MODOK would remain in block position after an auto block. Mordo, when pausing the game during his Special 2 attack, the rest of the fight will no longer be in slow motion. I am going to make the argument that while a fix to the game, is like an Easter egg they could have just left in there and been like, it was on purpose. It's really cool. It's this nice, clever interaction you can have, but I understand why they need to fix that, because I'm sure the timer still moves at proper speed, and that would be really frustrating if you stumble across that in like the middle of an Alliance war or something. Phoenix fixed an issue regarding chaining into a Special 1 attack from basic attacks. Rhino fixed an issue where his Fury buff was not triggering when performing a 5-hit combo when the opponent is against the wall. Sentinel, lengthened special 1 attack recovery to match previous speed. Again, just taking a moment, this is incredibly important because in Alliance Quest, while there are some changes to the way we have these like minions, Sentinel is still one of the minions we will have to face up against, and so having an increased attack recovery on his special 1, which you do typically want to bait the special 1 as it's much easier to dodge than the special 2. And doesn't punish you even if you do happen to block it only. But having that increased recovery does mean you will be able to punish afterwards more consistently, and will not run into like a parry scenario where you dash into punish and you get parried and punished as a result. She-Hulk, Agents of Smash synergy will now correctly increase Fury potency. They fixed an issue where holding block during a special 3 attack would cause champion to not block after the special completed. Fixed an issue where if a special 3 attack could KO an opponent, but the fight timer expires during attack, the attack would not result in a KO. There are some solid improvements here to the game. I definitely know there is a lot missing from this list, but sometimes they're just going through a priority list and or a list as they can come through it. Coding is complicated, or maybe they have a problem or a bug in the game that they just haven't been able to fix on their own end yet. But I would really like to see the special 3 fix, as well as maybe some changes to the in-game lag. The server maintenance did not properly correct that across the board. But for the most part, you know, at least what they have here is solid, and I do appreciate that. So that is the whole patch. I'll have more coming out when we, as players, have more access to them, and I'll talk to you later.